Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Beta Breakdown. There's been a lot of Beta Breakdown going around, and will be a lot more. Constantly new things entering the game and changing that are already in the game. So today we are looking at the December 2023 balance update. If you saw my video covering version 63 being live in the game, I talked about, we haven't seen a December balance update yet. Maybe it's not going to come until January and be the January balance update because of how many new features they're pushing. But we have a December balance update, and there's some pretty wild shit in here. So buckle up your seatbelts and let's take a look. If you're getting frustrated with empires and puzzles, let me just say that Gemstone Legends probably has the things you're looking for. They have a mercy system that guarantees a legendary hero after a certain amount of pulls, and we're not just talking about a weak legendary hero from a pre-selected list. They have a wish list that you can put any hero in the game on to boost your chances of pulling that specific hero. They take into account player feedback, and many of the changes that have gone live in the game were based on player feedback or were player suggestions to begin with. They're even going to give you a free $50 starter bonus just for downloading from one of the links in the description. If the earlier stuff somehow wasn't enough, you can be a hero in wars even just using rare heroes only. They have tons of events that allow you to earn free 10 pulls and other very usable high value stuff. Gemstone Legends really has a lot going for it, so come check it out if you're curious to see why tens of thousands of people have left Empires and Puzzles to come play. Alright, so this is going to go live December 18th. Not too long at all. This month brings another all buff update. So this has been pretty consistent that they are not nerfing heroes. I cannot think of the last hero that was nerfed. They're just buffing heroes, but not in the way that we would hope for, where it's like, oh wow, they're buffing all the older heroes. There's so much more balance in the game. They're like, hey, we got an event coming up. We're going to buff those heroes so we can cash in on people wanting these overly strong heroes. So yes, it's better than nerfing in the sense that it doesn't devalue the investments of other players, and I'm all for that. I'm not opposed to that whatsoever. I think there's something really wrong with the nerfing culture that they were using before, and maybe they even realized there's some problematic legalities to that. I don't know. Nothing has come up about that yet, but it makes you wonder sometimes. Anyways, buffs have their own negative impacts on balance as well, unless when they're older heroes that really deserve a buff. But when it's just this propping up of the new strongest heroes and making them, superheroes, it's not good for the game. All right, so some of our older hero families and their costumes are being treated to a new passive skill for added versatility. Yeah, it makes it sound so generous. However, it's only for the costumes, and the costumes are not older heroes in that sense, right? If you have Alfreich, costume Alfreich may as well be a completely different hero because you have to summon the costume as well just to get it. So the fact that they're both Alfreich in a sense is misleading because having Alfreich does not entitle you to the costume at all. So a little misleading there, but anyways. Several Clash of Knights and Construct heroes are receiving a power boost, not a buff, but a power boost. And we've also shown some love to a selection of older heroes, very curious to see who those will be and how many, to help them keep up in the current state of play. Enough with the facts. Those aren't facts, but here are the figures. Costume buffs. Costume buffs again, are you kidding me? Oh, these are we've already seen these talked about. Some costumes now unlock a passive skill for both the original hero and the costumed one, but I'm pretty sure you need to have the costume to unlock this passive. Like if you just have the core hero, I don't think you get anything. Oh yeah, because the costumes unlock the passive skill for both versions, but if you don't have the costume, you don't have this. Costume passives added for legendary heroes of the following families. So Legends, 2017, 2018, 2019, Cleanse on special skill. On special skill cast, Cleanse the newest status ailment from all allies. Fantastic. I really like to see this. This is just beneficial to players to see this added. I don't see this as being a problem. Dispel on special skill cast, dispel the newest buff from all enemies. So wait, both? You get both? Whoa. I thought it was one or the other. I think I explained that in a confusing way in my other video. That is amazing. Wow, why would they do that? Well, as I predicted before, there's going to be an update coming to the Tavern of Legends, so they want it to be as good as the other portals, so the buff is more so for that, in my opinion, but we'll see. Underwild, increased damage against boosted health. After special skill cast, all allies' normal attacks and special skills deal plus 70% damage against targets with boosted health for 4 turns. That is amazing, but the heroes they put it on are very bad. So, is it usable? Sure, but the heroes, if you have those heroes, this just makes them better. So I'm all for that, but it's unfortunate that they chose some of the biggest underperforming heroes to give that to. There's also boost health on special. On special skill cast, boosts all health allies by boosts all allies HP by 10%. Great as well. I think the first one is better, but still good. Poison on special skill. On special skill cast, all enemies receive poison damage over 4 turns. It appears to be about, this was 3 turns the last I looked at it, but 4 turns, it's like under 100 per turn, I think, so nothing crazy. Full list of costume passives added. Oh yeah, see, it is different. Okay, that is a confusing way of showing this. It looks like the legends of those years get both of these things, but it's not, so I was correct before. Okay, these are the ones that get Dispel. Those are the ones that get the Cleanse. I'll let you take a look at that real quick. Pause if you want to look in more detail. Underwild, increased damage against boosted health. Okay, this is a more thorough list than what I saw before, so that's a bit better, actually. Octros is decently playable. Yeah, some of these heroes are playable, so that is a pretty awesome additional thing to get. Boost health on special, Lepiota, Passepartout, Toot, Professor Leidenbrock, and Znulfod. And those are the 2 getting the poison, which is different than what I saw last time. Last time it included Sargasso and one other person who's not on there now, so that's a little bit interesting. All right, let's keep moving. This is where the crazy stuff starts to happen. Buffs for Clash of Knights heroes. Bear, Stag, and Raven, but not Wolf for some reason, just Raven. Rain gets a monospeed change. That is an extremely rare buff that we've only seen a few times. I would say maybe less than 5 times, certainly less than 10 times, for 5-star heroes at least. Teddy gets a huge boost in stats. Both of his attack and defense were 968, now up to 997. HP 1565 to 1627. Special skill now deals 180% damage to all enemies. Heal over time increased by 50% from 800 to 1200. Over 4 turns, so that's 300 plus per turn, depending on the boost you have from troops to healing. The hero now also deals direct damage when encountered as a boss in the Clash of Knights quest, okay? Torben, the red guy that has the Quinton-like special skill, got a stat boost, attack 1009 up to 1034. Defense 920 to 945, HP 1555 to 1633. Lysanor is the blue slow reviver, I believe. Stats increased, attack 883 to 910, defense 988 to 1015, HP 1732 to 1808. That's a big boost. Revive chance increased from 55 to 60, and a massive health boost over time increased from 770 to 1270. That is huge, almost double over 5 turns. So that is between 200 and 300, higher 200s, I believe, once you get a healing bonus in there from wizard or mono troops. All right, they fucking buffed Ziamara. This is insane. So strong already. Attack 1019 to 1044. Defense 910 to 935. Health 1553 to 1629. And the mana corruption damage increased from 250 to 400. That is insane. That is insane. I don't know why they're doing that except to want to draw more people in. So It's unfortunate because people that have this hero go, hell yeah, my hero's even better now. I can't wait to use this hero. And I am for that. I want players to be happy and satisfied. That is one of the most important priorities for me. However, doing it in this way is just horrible for balance. Yeah. It's like taking MDMA and being like, I feel fantastic. And it's like, for now, you'll pay for that later. That's what's happening here. We're going to pay for this later as the game loses its balance or continues to. All right, buffs to Construct family. One of the best families in the game is getting buffed. All right, Blossom. Stats from attack 859 to 885, big. Defense 976 to 1003, pretty big. HP 1806 to 1889. Direct heal increased from 42 to 45. Heal per remove status effect on Dispel 50 up to 70 for a max of 400 up to 560. So that is a tremendous heal. That's 8. So you remove 8 of those, right? 8 times 7 is 56. 7 times 7 is 49. Yeah, so you remove 8 statuses and you're healing like 1400 or something insane like that. No, she's average speed at least. And the Dispel, yeah, very good. Frond. Oh boy, can't wait to see what's going on here. Holy shit, I peeked ahead. All right, attack 972 to 984, defense 947 to 959, health 1699 to 1736, one of the smaller HP boosts that we've seen. Direct damage increase from 355 to 375. That's pretty substantial. Because keep in mind, the higher this gets, the more exponential of an effect you have. I believe. I might be wrong about that. That might be more about attack stats and defense stats, but I think that is the case, though. Extra damage against enemies with boosted health increased from 600 to 900 damage, a 50% increase. That is huge. You could easily do well over 2,000 damage if you have some defense down or elemental defense down first. So that is wild. Damage buff against enemies with boosted health increases from plus 70 to plus 85. Oh my god. It's like if you hit, I mean, this will be hard to do, but if you hit with Franz first and then this guy, holy shit, you could do some big damage. I mean, there's going to be no boosted health left at that point for the enemies to get this thing, because the damage buff is against enemies with boosted health. If it was everything, you'd be wiping out whole teams. Gelak, another buff, wild. Oh, all right, so... Oh man, I peeked ahead and I saw the Hero of the Month buffs for older heroes, and it's Tavern of Legends stuff. They're just trying to bolster the Tavern of Legends coming up. We'll see what else is in there, though. All right, stats increased. Attack 976 to 997. Defense 931 to 951. Health 1654 to 1751. That's big. That's a really big change. Direct damage increased from 365 to 385. Fallen Star Fiends absorb 45% now instead of 40, and the Mana Stolen increased from 38 to 45. That's really big. That's going to make a difference with where these heroes are seen. Those are substantial buffs. All right, buffs to older heroes of the month. Okay, so this... Whoa. That's massive. Holy shit. And that's not even the costume. That's just the hero in general. Perseus now, his direct damage from 355 to 405, and he's at fast speed. And if you have the costume, holy shit, 305 to 355. Okay, that's fair because the costume is way better than the base version, so that's awesome. He's hitting hard now at fast speed. Costume Perseus is an exceptional hero at this point. 100% undispellable heal block, 355 to 3, and like minus 68% defense against ice for 3 turns. I don't think it's 4 turns, but then he gives a 10% mana element link, which is awesome. That's great. I'm very excited about that. Evelyn, direct damage increased from 210 to 260. Pretty weak still. considering she's also fast speed, and her defense down is lower than his. Let's see what the costume, 200 to 250, so they're both getting a 50% increase, so I can't say they're prioritizing the costume on either of these. Grimble. Okay. Not sure how much of a difference that's going to make, but it's a free gift, so we'll take it. Grimble, direct damage increase from 235 to 285%. Ruben, oh my god, Ruben is struggling, and I don't think this is going to help enough. But if you have him leveled, free gift, so I'm all for that. Direct damage increase from 260% to 310%. Status effect damage reduction increase from -50 to -75. That is great. That's a substantial buff that they don't often give to these older heroes. Usually they'd be like from 260 to 270, and the status effect damage reduction increase from -50 to -55. So that's a pretty generous buff. I'll give credit for that. Hanitra, that's surprising. Health boost per dodge increased from 275 to 375. Her biggest flaw is that she doesn't deal any damage. If she's the only hero you have left, you are not going to win the vast majority of the time. So that is not the right buff for her. But anyways, you've heard my point before. Still a buff. We'll take it. Baller. Direct damage increased from 450 to 500. That's big. Bleed damage increase from 250 to 402. These are the biggest older hero buffs that we've seen as far as I can remember ever. So that's great. This is going to benefit a lot of people with more sparse rosters, and that's exactly what should be happening. Passive skill, heal on bleed. Heal increase from 20 to 50. Big, okay. Other buffs, Nadezhda, she's been left in the dust. Burn damage increase from 116 to 156. Pretty minuscule. Revival chance increased by 6% up to 50. Okay. Note, all flat non-percent based damage values listed are based on the hero stats when fully ascended and max leveled, but not limit broken or emblemed, or with troops. So those are going to go up even more. We hope the adjustments above will help you field these heroes in a wider range of situations. If you feel that your favorite hero could easily use the buff, please remember to let us know here on a community forum. As always, we will continue to keep an eye on all heroes affected by this update. In case further adjustments become necessary, please refer to our hero balancing FAQ for why we occasionally make post-release balance adjustments, because we want to make more money and make them stronger so you cannot resist and you must pursue these heroes. If you wish to share your feedback and discuss this update with fellow players, blah, 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 blah. So, a lot of great things in here. A lot of really unfortunate things like buffing some of the newest, strongest heroes of the strongest families. That is just garbage. That's really bad for the game. I understand there's a short-term benefit of everyone gets this boost, if they have these heroes, but by and large, it is not healthy for the long-term playability and balance of the game, and that is something that I feel the need to advocate for as well. But a lot of great things to benefit a lot of players here. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Sorry, squeaky chair. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. It is the best way to support the channel, and all it takes is one click. So I really appreciate that. Additionally, subscribe if you enjoy the videos and find yourself watching them frequently, and hit the bell icon if you want to be notified when I upload. I try to upload as consistently as my schedule allows me to, but this way, whenever a video goes live, you'll get a notification and you can choose to watch it as soon or as late as you prefer, but it gives you the option. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.